Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Tisa and I'm sharing my journey of buying an auto repair shop. A little bit about me. I've spent years working in procurement and business strategy, negotiating deals, managing budgets, and making smart financial decisions. But let me tell you, buying a small business, that's a whole different kind of challenge. But if you're interested in what it's really like to go through this process, make sure to subscribe. I've got so much more to share. Now, on to today's update. So, the seller that we've been negotiating recently, he texted us a few days ago and let us know that they're not really comfortable moving forward with the deal on the seller financing piece. And seller financing was a key part of how we were planning to structure this deal. So, now I've got to reevaluate our options and rerun the numbers and figure out if moving forward still makes sense. So, what is seller financing? So, seller financing is when the seller agrees to act kind of like a bank or a lender for part of the purchase price. Instead of paying that full amount up front or requiring the full amount from the SBA, right? You're going to make a down payment and then pay the seller back over time. It's like a loan. It's a pretty common way to do financing within small businesses. Numbers more manageable for the buyer. There's advantages to the seller, there's advantages to the buyer. Kind of let you spread things out differently, right? Plus, from the buyer's perspective, it's a good sign that the seller believes in their business's success because let's be honest, it's now their investment. So the only way that their investment is going to be a good one is if I'm successful in running their business. So when we first started negotiating with them, they were open to that idea. It would help with our cash flow and giving us more flexibility in the beginning critical first few months of ownership. So as the negotiations have been going, we knew that there was some hesitation on their part. But here's the thing, not every seller is comfortable with that setup and the risk, and they that's where they were, right? I understand it. I get it. So, where we're at now is they've really come to us and said they just can't support the seller financing. And I get it. I can't blame them for that, right? It's their decision to make, and there's risks for them too. If I failed the business, I can't pay that loan back, right? So I do get that. But for me and for us, it changes the entire structure of the deal. So without that seller financing, it's a different financial picture. And that's something I need to evaluate completely. Where do I go from here, right? Now I'm going to rerun the numbers, see what that deal looks like. Because now I'm going to need full bank financing. And let's be honest, bank money right now costs a little bit more than private money could potentially cost. So the money I borrow is going to cost me a little bit more. So that's another risk that I've got to take on, right? So can we still make it work? Is this added risk too much? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But here's the other thing. I am not only working one deal. I am not putting all my eggs in one basket. If I have learned anything from years in corporate world is you never just have one supplier. You're never sole sourced. So while I liked this deal, while this shop of the ones that we've looked at was our first option, not our only option. No, no. So we're going back and working with other businesses. So, one thing I've learned from my years of deal making in the corporate world is you're never focused on just one option. So, we're pausing, we're reevaluating this deal, but we're negotiating with others. So, the momentum doesn't just stop because we hit this one roadblock. So, that's the one thing you need to learn from this. Always have a plan B. You can't rely on one outcome when there's so much beyond your control. Be flexible. When circumstances change, adapt, figure out your next move. Don't stop searching. Even if that one deal, that one shop seems perfect, keep your eyes open for other opportunities. Never know what else is out there. If you've gone through something similar, whether it's a business deal or a big decision hitting a roadblock, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear how you navigated it. What's next? This afternoon, I'm going to sit down and look at the numbers, weigh the risks, see what it looks like, and decide if we want to go back to this seller or not, or if we want to tell them thank you and move on to the next one. Until then, who knows what'll happen. So stay tuned. Keep on this journey with me. Till next time. Bye, guys.